What type of party is this, though? It's a death party. It's a party where we attempt deaths.
Right at the beginning of the stream, I just want you to imagine with me for a second, okay? You've been invited to a birthday party. And while you're there, the host is like, hey, I made dinner, but in order to get a plate, you've got to choose a number. So you choose your number, and your number is 2. All right. So everyone, enjoy your meal. Please say thank you to me because I made it for you. And you eat it, and it's really delicious. But then something starts going wrong, and you feel your throat close up, and you start feeling really hot and sweaty, and then you just keel over and die. Not long after that, you look around and some of your friends start acting really crazy. And I mean like eye twitching, necks kinking to the side, legs going every which way. And you have no idea what's going on, just that you should probably leave, but you can't because the host locks the door. And the host says, the first meal didn't go how I had initially planned it to go. So let's just choose someone to kill. So you see the host walk over to your very best friend. And somehow she has a grilled cheese sandwich. And she shoves it in your best friend's mouth over and over and over again until your friend suffocates and dies. R.I.P. Tani. But that's not the end of the party. No, your host is having way too much fun. So she tells you that we have to go up to the second floor for the next part of the party. Reluctantly, you're like, okay, I mean, you just tried to kill us twice, but since we can't go out the front door, I guess I'll head upstairs. And you get upstairs and you see a weird sight. You see, some beds over here, but they're locked behind a gate. There's some showers over there, but they're locked behind a gate. And you look to the left at your host and she says, if you want to get inside, you'll have to do a keg stand first. And most of you successfully do a keg stand, but one of you doesn't. Oh no, Mr. Two-Hey. So does your host kill the person who doesn't successfully do a keg stand? No, because your host is gracious, okay? You came to her birthday party. She's not gonna kill you right away. That's insane. So she invites you inside and she tells you, you have to stay up all night. And if you wanna sleep, you'll have to give her something. And by give her something, she means, you remember those friends who were a little weird, who were twitching in the eyes and necks kinked a weird way and legs going every which way? You have to become that friend. You have to end up just like that friend in order to sleep through the night or shower or do anything that people generally do in a day. What would your answer be? Let me know right now in the chat. Are you going to eat the poisonous fruit that turns you into a mindless zombie? Or are you gonna stay up all night and not shower? The choice is yours. The third option, if you'd like to sleep, is you have to take on a dangerous object, the Murphy bed. And if you wanna sleep, you'll have to open it 5 times successfully without dying first. Good luck. Suddenly, as if everything wasn't chaotic enough, you look to your right and a man you've only met once is shooting his girlfriend in the face. Your host had nothing to do with that, okay? She didn't plan for that. Your friend needs to talk to her boyfriend about that, okay? Because the host had nothing to do with that. And then chaos happens. One of the party goers decides that she's going to be the last one standing, okay? She's not going to die at the host's hands. She's going to make sure everyone else dies. So she grabs a knife and she stabs one of you. And then she grabs a flamethrower and she sets another one of you on fire. It's pure chaos. Half of you are already dead. And the host is loving this, okay? The host is loving this because while she didn't plan for you all to kill each other, you know, just standing here in the hallway, it is pretty entertaining. So she's gonna let it keep going until she gets bored and decides that she wants to kill somebody now. So to live, you've got to win a game of Jenga. How many of you are good at Jenga? Let me know in the chat right now. So 4 of you sit down at a table and you start the rotation. And it seems like it's going well. You're being really careful. You're looking at the blocks, making sure that if you touch this one, nothing else shifts, because you don't want to be the one that makes a tower fall and upset your host. But eventually one of you does. And your host, she giggles a little to herself and she shakes her head. And then she walks up to you and his arm, girl, I don't know. And you fall to the ground. Rest your soul. So you look around the room and you see that there are 2 other guests besides you still alive at this party. And your host says, "Congratulations, you 3. You've made it through the night. And your reward is you get to go upstairs." Now I know that your first thought is, oh, hell no, I'm not going upstairs. Run for the door. But remember that she's locked you in. So your options are head upstairs or die. 1's in the chat if you're going upstairs. 2's in the chat if you're dying. So we get upstairs and what do you see? Plants. Oh, lots of beautiful plants. They're gorgeous. And we're outside. The sun is shining. And your host says, "We're having a water balloon fight." How dangerous could a water balloon fight? It's actually kind of wholesome, right? It's pretty wholesome. So you go over to your bucket and you grab your water balloon and you start throwing them. It's scary. It's scary because you don't know what's in these water balloons. It could be water. It could be acid. It could be anthrax. I don't know. But your host said that you got to throw them. So you start throwing them. But before anything can get super exciting, downstairs, one of the ghosts, okay, Shay, has killed the one person who's still alive downstairs. And before we can even mourn that person, upstairs, your host has completely lost it. Taylor. Okay, she's completely gone crazy. She's pulled out the flamethrower and she's decided, you know what? I'm done with the games. I'm going to take the murders into my own hands. And she kills one of you. So now you're the last person left alive. And technically you should be the winner of the birthday games. But at this host's party, there are no winners. Somebody else is dying. Somebody else is dying. What? Whoa, whoa, Taylor. Oh, shit. I killed Nina too. I killed Nina too. Except for the host. And so she pulls out a knife and she stabs you in the chest. And now you're dead too. Now, what's left for the gracious host to do? She had a whole other floor planned, okay? Y'all were not supposed to go off half-cocked and just start killing each other, okay? And then she wasn't supposed to kill you at the end either, but we can't blame her for that. It is her party. The fuck kind of party is this? So I guess the only thing left to do. Crazy ass plot twist. I'm saying, like, because I was not. I'm the only person alive at this point. Literally everybody is dead but me. I mean, but I guess that's a TaylorRynai party for you. Am I right? It's Say What's Up, Garden Gang. Welcome to Murder Night. Tonight's theme is murderous parties. I'm sure that you all knew the story that I just told, but you know, how was it? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the story of TaylorRynai and the birthday party that went fully awry? Although, did it go awry or did I plan for everybody to die? Ooh, bars.